Okay, so let's talk about car audio here. So basically, around me here I have basically everything that I just took out of my old Ford Explorer build, and I'm putting into my new Ford Explorer. But a couple things are changing. So of course, at the beginning, same things. That'll stay the same as almost everything. So here we have my two P315s in just a sealed MDF box. They treat me perfectly well. Just got 2 runs of 12 gauge leading to them, and they've done me great. The box is a little bit beaten up, but so goes life. Let's get those out of the way. You guys have probably heard a lot about like what I have and components and stuff, but a couple things we're going to do is when we look at these nice amps, the T600.4 from Rockford Fosgate and the T1000.1 CP, we're going to open them up and look at the amp guts in just a minute. Put those aside. Something that is staying the same is I had these. This is something you couldn't see in the last build. These were the speaker doors running in all 4 doors. They're not that expensive, but just to hold me over, I will be putting the best 2 out of the 4 I had. I'll do some testing and see which 2 I like the best, because one was getting a little bit damaged. You could hear it. I'll put them in the back doors of my new Explorer for the time being, because I am on a bit of a budget. Put those aside. The head unit I actually was running. Of course, you only ever get to see the front of the head unit when it's installed in the car. But when you're doing a video with it out, it's sometimes nice to be able to look at what it looks like. So this one, sometimes I get surprised at what they actually look like from behind, but there's the front that you see. It's just a metal shell. I mean, this is an older one. I think it's from around 2002, but I still love it. And I like it also because it has these style pre-outs. They come in a cable form. It doesn't disconnect with the Molex plug, which is nice because it's not loose ever. But it's nice to plug RCAs into this instead of into this. It helps with your mounting depth quite a bit. That's what that looks like. Put that away real quick. Put these mostly away. The RCAs I was using were from Wired. They're in Canada here. They're worth about, this pair's retails for about $100, 100 Canadian rupees, which right now is really crappy. But 17 foot legs. They're tip to tip, shielded, which I spent the money. They probably don't help that much with noise reduction, but hell, they're good RCAs. I'll keep them forever. New dash kit going in, nothing too interesting with that. I bought just a 2-channel pair of the same RCAs, same length, for the bass, because I like to match, because I'm one of those people that it has to be matching. So I went and bought them. And here's one of the bigger things, is I acquired these 6x8 speakers with tweeters from MTX Audio. And of course, it's not the most renowned brand out there, and I don't like them that much. But I mean, the set retails for about $220, and I got them for a smoking price, and they're brand new, smoking price at auction. So for something to hold me over until I can put in expensive, probably T2 or T3 series Rockford Fosgate speakers, these will do me quite well and be a bit of an upgrade. I've already taken one of them out of the box, looking at it. Just have it here. Comes with the ABS adapter ring kind of around. Not so much of an adapter ring, but like a filler ring. It's kind of nice. Or that, or you can mount with that. And it's just looks like a 1/2 inch slug for a magnet. They're 4 ohms. Seems nice enough, especially for what the price I got them. So, without any holdback, let's, one last thing actually, before I go to that. One of the biggest things I'm doing with my new car is I'm really going hard with the deadener, because my old car had a good amount of rattle, so this is just one of the 2.5 rolls of wired sound deadener I have to put in it, which will be in a separate video, and a little bit about that stuff. Not too many people deaden their whole car, especially at this level for audio. With the 1400 watts on bass is kind of like anything bigger than that, and I was like, I gotta deaden the whole thing. It just helps with the cracking of the metal, like metal fatigue over time and stuff like that. It also sounds better, but it adds some weight to your car. So that's just one of the rolls I have. This stuff goes for about $6.50 a square foot. Well, that's Canadian rupees, remember. Okay, let's get down to these amp guts. I'm going to start with the T600.4. Just for reference, that's the burst sheet. 715 RF. It's okay. Some people think these don't mean anything, but I like them. So we got the 4 screws out. Hopefully you guys didn't get too bored there. Here on the top plate we have these little plastic, kind of, not glass, but I'm going to call it glass, but it's actually plastic. These glass runways for the LED light for the power, protect, and thermal indicators. Put that just aside. This is a surprisingly, for just a top piece of plastic, you'd think, or glossy ABS plastic with the insignia on it. You think it wouldn't be quite light, but really, this is a hefty piece of the amp. Like, I'm surprised at this. I'm very happy with that. Just put that aside, down on the floor here. Bring over the amp here. So this white stuff is the thermal compound that just helps when you putting 2 pieces of metal together. So, but when you put the thermal compound in between it, it secures the bond, so it just helps it attach to the heatsink. It's thermal compound. Most of you will know what that's about. So in here we have a little insulator around the coils. 6 caps in total. We got 2 pairs of cards for the crossovers and the punch EQ. We got your RCA inputs here. Your terminal blocks for everything. It's pretty nice. I'll take you in a closer look here. Smaller caps over here. Larger. Now, one of the cool things about these PCBs, the printed circuit boards on here, is every Rockford board has the decal, kind of like a little decal, from some of the engineers that designed it. And they would be, let's see if we can find some. There's one. Grab a screwdriver here. There's one. Right there. The Rockford Fosgate logo. There's one right there in between the capacitors. There's another one. That's actually one right there. There's one right there. You can see that. And that's all I can find for now. But it's a cool look amp guts. Beautiful amplifier. Little amplifier. Does great power. Let's look at the T1000. So here we are inside the T1000. We got the LED glass things there. And let's go for a tour. They look very similar inside. They're very similar sized amps. Their circuitry is almost completely different in amplifiers, but I sure love looking inside these amps. They're beautiful. Got more stuff like that right there. And I thought there was one over there, but it's not. There's that. We saw that one before in there. We've seen this one before here. This one we haven't seen before. There's another little logo. I find it kind of cool. I just had to kind of show you a pile of stuff from my car, but really got the amps there that I was using. But this is my car audio shelf in my room. So I got like these 6x8s that are going in my old bass amp, which I've blown up. There's a cap blown and some diodes blown in it, so it's dead. I just have it because I don't know what to do with it. Speakers I'm trying to sell locally. Empty boxes. That sub was my first sub ever. It is actually in the first box I built ever. And sometimes I use it, but I don't really want to let it go. But it has the box I want to keep because at the time I had access to a CNC machine, so I did some engraving on the MDF. And I did some of my favorite snowboarding brands. So there's Libtech, Union. They're copied on the other side. It's not too special. There's the amp to go with that sub, a Clarion. I think it bridges at, for 4 ohms, at 350 watts RMS. There's not really, I mean, I made some custom license plate trims, stuff like that I've done. Here's the new 12 gauge that's going in the new car for the mids and highs. There's the old kind of, I feel bad calling it 14 gauge, but it says it's 14 gauge, but it's cheap shit. And yeah, just boxes full of crap. Like this is the odds and ends electrical rock. Like there's my old capacitor that I don't know what to do with. If you've got any ideas, let me know. More random shit to do with car audio and wires. There's some RCAs down there and stuff. An old grounding whip just hanging out. Yep, but that is it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.